It's your boy Ann, and today's the day. Well, it's the same day because I just recorded like some hours ago. But if you've seen the title of the video, then that means some of you may have guessed correctly. I am driving a fucking Tesla today. This is something I've always wanted to do. The first time I actually ever sat in a Tesla was a couple years ago. I went to Philly for my 20th birthday, and I sat in the previous generation, even though those ones are ugly as fuck, because like the front of the Model S's, they look like a fucking penguin. But I love the new body style that they came out with last year, so really excited. Not gonna go into too much. As you can see, just got done packing because headed back home today. But just like that, we're gonna get going to the dealership, and I'll see y'all when we get there. Hold up. Now that just scared the hell out of me. I was like, hold up, who the hell is driving the car?
So no, this is just a feature called Summon. So you can summon the car in and out of a tight parking space. So you're going forward and backward. Very, very useful feature. Of course, it does have 12 sensors and 8 cameras, so this curb right here is going to be pretty close. Let's stop.
That is so dope.
Enough of that. Go ahead and open the doors.
Get out of here. Like, what?
Open the doors.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
There you go.
Oh my
Go
god.
ahead and have a seat. Get nice and comfy. Promise the car won't hurt you. I'll swing in the passenger.
Oh my god, this interior.
Yeah, I'll have to sit in the passenger seat.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Get my ass in the back.
So when you put the foot on the brake direction, I'm actually close, but I have to stop for a second. And were you interested in trying out autopilot today?
I guess.
Duh.
What you're going to do is, when we get on the highway, you'll flip this forward twice. You'll see two symbols. They'll both be gray once we start driving. They'll turn blue when autopilot's engaged. Along with that, you'll hear a chime. Just letting you know that autopilot's engaged. To disengage autopilot for whatever reason, it's kind of work kind of like cruise control.
Oh, okay.
And of course, your blinker, you have a half click, you have a full click, and you have a half click. So, pretty,
Okay.
yeah, pretty kind of standard stock right there. Do you need to adjust your steering wheel at all? It's going to be this little button right here.
Yeah, there's a power steering on the. I'm gonna pull it out too, I think.
All right.
Because you can hear that battery whining.
Yeah, it's just, essentially it's just the fans. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I'll have you
So
adjust your
different.
left and right mirror, and I'll swing in the passenger side.
Okay.
Nice and comfy.
I like to cut out like the top of the window because I'm tall, so like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sitting in the
exactly.
middle. I have no headroom at all, but
Yeah, it definitely helps
This is
out a lot.
nice.
So what I'll do is I'll enter in our location. So it's going to be Mint Hill Memorial Park. That's where we're going to be going. We'll switch out drivers there.
Okay.
So pretty basic function. You already put your foot on the brake, so you already kind of heard the car kind of start up. So these are going to be your gears right here, and this is going to be your gear shifter. So pressing all the way down till you feel it click, puts it in drive. All the way up is reverse. And P, so the park is the silver button. Awesome. So what I'll have you do, put it in drive. We'll take a right, and then we'll take the first exit out of the Tesla store.
the dash pedal touching.
Yeah. It's not as touchy as I thought it was.
And make sure that your seat belts are on.
First, it's slow into the stop moving because I'm not gonna put up. Okay, we're gonna fight. Me and this car will fight.
Yeah, so that's the regenerative braking in the car.
Oh.
So anytime you let your foot off the accelerator, the car is either going to be
It's kind of because I've driven forklifts before, so it's kind of like
You
a
take the
electric
first one.
forklift.
And this isn't a performance version or anything like this. This is a 100D, so our long-range battery in the car. But as you can see, when you press your foot on the accelerator, I mean, you'll have more than plenty of enough acceleration.
What are the big differences between the P100D and the regular one?
So between this one and the P100D, I mean, it's just essentially the 0 to 60 time.
Okay, so it doesn't have the ludicrous mode in this one?
Yeah, it does not.
Damn! Damn! Damn!
I don't like getting used to the brakes.
Yeah, so essentially you're going to gradually let your foot off the accelerator because you're not really going to be using the brake all that much in the car. Pretty much almost kind of driving around with one pedal just because of how that regenerative braking works in the car.
I actually like that.
And of course, you know, our sound system is really good too. So it's only at 3. Probably louder than what most people have in the car. Yeah, you can definitely feel free to, you know, play your own song.
Yeah, I just let
I've
it
heard the song forever.
So we're just, this girl's looking at us already. We get looks like crazy in this car.
You should pull off.
Of all songs, really?
I'm gonna pull off.
Boy, if you don't get
You might want to put 2 hands on the steering wheel.
Oh, okay.
It'll still put you in your seat even though it's not a performance. Whenever the light turns green. Of course, you do have your backup camera, which you can stay on at all times, which is very, very helpful feature while you're driving.
That is nice. That way you can see if somebody is tailgating you.
Right, exactly. And of course, your navigation is up there on your left-hand side as well, but I'll make sure that I point out our exits.
The crazy thing is all the stories you be hearing about the autopilot, like, yo,
Right.
I think it's full autopilot.
Yeah, not just yet.
So I be hearing about all the stories of people like sitting in their back seat and then they get into an accident.
Right, exactly.
Then this is Alcantara right here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I really like how the glass roof goes over above your head.
Now, how far does like the windshield wipers and stuff go up?
Just, I mean, this is essentially kind of like your normal windshield, so about right there. Everything else is pretty much considered the roof. So we'll take this exit right up here.
What would suck though is that, like, if a rock chip hit the windshield,
Oh, yeah.
probably get the whole windshield replaced.
Yeah, that made me mad. I mean, for most people, you
But for like, if you can afford this car, you might as well get the whole car expelled to protect
right,
it.
exactly.
I will not want to drive this car unprotected at all.
Now, do you guys do like ceramic coating and everything else?
Not here, unfortunately. It's going to have to be kind of an aftermarket thing. I know you can get the seat ceramic coated, so that these are
Yeah, I
already
would
stain
because these are
resistant.
white. Yeah, these
they're
are easy to stain.
Yeah, they're already stain resistant, which helps. But
Oh,
getting them
okay.
ceramic coated would, you know, would definitely wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. First of all, everybody would not be sitting in my Tesla.
Right.
By the way, these
I wouldn't
seats
trade
are like freaking pillows.
Well, it tells me the speed limit.
Mhm.
I guess I can't use that as an excuse if I get caught speeding in this car.
Right, exactly. That's what autopilot there is for.
Oh, so autopilot would make sure I don't speed.
Yeah, you can speed. You can go like 5 over the speed limit, or more. But you know, mind you, that it's always going to go to the speed limit. So if you set it anything above that, then it's still on you.
Oh.
So you can, yeah, towards you twice. Yeah. So
Oh, does it steer itself?
yes.
Oh.
So every 30 to 45 seconds, it'll remind you, saying apply a light force to the steering wheel. So you can either just grab where the sensors are anywhere around the car, or you can give it a little jiggle.
Whoa.
So if you actually put on your left turn signal,
What?
Oh my god.
and to increase or decrease your max speed using that autopilot style, you either press it up or down. You'll watch your max speed increase. Yeah, autopilot definitely, you know.
This would come in handy on the drive back to North Carolina. Can we test drive on the drive back to Pennsylvania? Can we like test drive it back? You know,
I
leave it
wish
on the
so.
side?
Yeah. If there's a way to ship it back here, then yeah, I would.
I don't think there's a Tesla in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Now, is it like legal in all states, or is it just legal?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
because it's a driver assist feature. It's not full self-driving.
Oh, okay.
It's usually like, yeah, like I was saying, it's very similar to kind of cruise control.
Now, will it go on like the GPS?
Not just yet. So we're in version 9. It's just saying apply light force to the steering wheel. Version 9, we're going to be having something called kind of like, it's gonna, autopilot to nav, or nav on autopilot. Essentially what that's going to do is that you'll be able to plug in an area on the highway. It'll be able to maneuver in and out of traffic for you, and take the on-off ramps when necessary. But as soon as you get to that off-ramp or on-ramp, well, essentially the off-ramp, it'll disengage autopilot, but it'll let you know in advance.
Oh, and the seats vibrate?
Yeah, exactly. let you know that, you know, hey, you know, once it starts flashing a little faster.
That's safe. I guess if I have kids, I can let them drive my Tesla.
Right, exactly.
On autopilot only.
Well, you can set the speed limit, of course, too.
Oh, so it's like kind of like a child lock on the speed limit?
Yeah, essentially.
This car is smart.
So is there like an app connect to it? Like I can watch it from my...
So you have an app, so if they're driving your car, for example, or anybody was driving your car, you can see exactly the location and exactly what parking spot that it would be in.
Okay. Now what does that camera flip? Is that the front camera or
What, this one?
up here?
Oh, yeah, so you can just switch
Oh,
the
okay.
apps, and then the other one on the other side is to kind of full screen, so if you wanted your music full screen, you can do that as well.
Wow.
So all I have you do is break out of autopilot and put your foot on the brake a little bit. We have our exit coming up in about half. So
And you can't get an optional third row here? You can get an optional third row with this?
Yes, so there we do have a 6 and a 7-seat configuration in the car. So what we'll do, we'll start this left lane.
I'm not used to not having to use a brake pedal.
Yeah, it definitely is a little bit of a learning curve.
But I'll take it. I mean,
But
I
hey,
won't
the
have to worry
brake
about...
pads will last a long while.
And then when you do press on the brake pedal, if you press all the way down, you'll see an H pop up here.
In H.
So essentially what that feature is that once that H pops up, you don't have to hold your foot on the brake. So you can just, it'll just hold your place in line until you press your foot on the accelerator again.
Oh,
Now, does the braking charge the car back up? Or?
It does. So that's going to be indicated by that kind of green bar. So the more you're going to be regenerating, so if you were going downhill, the more your car would be gaining energy.
wow. That's pretty cool.
So if there's no like supercharger, you can...
If you were
You said-
coasting down like a mountain,
Mhm.
and you had like 20% on the top of the mountain, probably arrive a little closer to like 60.
Oh,
Depending on
wow.
how big the hill is, of course, and like how far you're going down. So yeah, you can just park anywhere, and this is where we're gonna switch out drivers.
Oh, my turn. These doors will never get old.
I was like,
Everyone get in the car quick. Trying to kill us. Anyway, so yeah, go ahead and get nice and comfy.
now does this back seat move back?
Yeah. So there is like a little seat adjustment right here. Let's see here. So this one, yeah, just reclines.
they
So-
recline.
Yeah, exactly. So
Crazy part is
sit back,
before
relax.
I like to pee on the sedan more, but then I sat in that yesterday and I have a lot less leg room
what in the
in the sedan.
okay, more or less.
This is a lot more comfortable.
So what I'll have you do, autopilot is going to be this stock right here. So you'll focus towards you twice when we get on the highway. You'll hear chimes, and you'll see 2 symbols up here turn blue. So autopilot will be engaged. To disengage it, you just press your foot on the brake. Of course, you do have a half click. You have a full click. For autopilot, you'll do a full click all the way down. And do you need to adjust your steering wheel at all? Awesome. So what I'll have you do is adjust your left and right mirror using these buttons, and I'll spin to the passenger side of the motion. And just press your foot on the brake to close the door. Awesome. So what we'll do, in order to put the car into reverse, using this stop right here, so pressing all the way up till you fully click, puts the car in reverse, all the way down puts it in drive, and then this little silver button on the side puts it in park. So what I'll have you do is put it in reverse. We're actually going to head in this direction.
Oh yeah. Not as touchy as I thought.
Oh, what, the acceleration? Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I'm
if
driven
you
like electric.
floor it, yeah.
But like I've driven an electric forklift, so there's
Okay,
a big
gotcha.
difference between electric and gas.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's good leg room back here, even though the seats are all the way
Right.
back.
This one.
Yeah, we'll take a left. And I'll put up your nav.
What I do like though is like the stepping, especially in the back, is pretty low. It's not like a high step, so it's easy to get in and out.
Right, and this car has something called air suspension, so you can raise and lower the height of your car. So if you
I
have
actually
like
like how the steering was a little heavier too.
right, exactly. So you have different steering wheel controls.
It makes you feel like you got more control of the car.
Yeah, so this is in
Okay, I
standard.
see
If
what
you
you're
want it
talking
even
about.
like heavier, if I put it in sport, you'll feel that steering wheel will be even heavier, essentially.
Yeah.
I'll put it back in standard for you. So So what we'll do, we'll take a right.
Oh yeah, when you let off the gas, it really does start itself.
Right, exactly.
You only have to like tap the brake.
Now, can you rent a Tesla or?
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't rent one through us. There are other kind of like third-party sites where you can rent them from. So might have to do a little bit of digging to see what those are. But what we'll do here is we'll take the first right back onto the highway, and this gives you a little bit of a chance, kind of, you know, to get a taste of the acceleration of the vehicle.
I feel like you can stop quicker in this car too.
Very. So not only do you have the regenerative braking, that's, you know, helping you brake, but when you press your foot on the brake, you have those two working in tandem. So you're braking very, very quickly in this car. And it's not a jolting type of braking. It's going to be a very gradual brake, but it's going to be very quick.
But you'll still know.
Right, exactly.
Come on, child. Watch out, I cost more than y'all.
Brake a little bit just because it is keeping that distance between us. And of course it does have control over the steering wheel and the acceleration as well. So if you wanted to put on your left turn signal, the car will probably slow down just a little bit because of this car in front of us. Awesome. And then same thing getting back in your right lane as well. It's just as simple as that. Like the turn signal.
Slightly turn for you too.
Right, exactly. So you really don't have to do much of anything, besides just, of course, being aware of your surroundings, and then every 30 to 45 seconds, I'm going to say apply a light force to the steering wheel. It'll prompt you to do so, like it is right now.
You can let it back go.
But for the most part, you know, like when I'm driving the car or anything like that, I just kind of rest the hand so I don't have to see that, but I still just kind of observe my surroundings and stuff like that, especially when I'm changing lanes. That is a Tesla behind us.
That is a Tesla.
It's a pretty color.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, do they communicate with each other, or?
Yeah, so the autopilot does. The autopilot, so they all have the same data when it comes to autopilot, so they all make each other better the more that you drive the car. So let's say that this lady hits the same pothole on her way to work, and you so happen to take that same route one day. Your car would eventually know.
Oh, so we will avoid the pothole?
Right, exactly. So she had,
that's crazy.
Yeah, she had to jerk him around that. So it's just saying applying the light force because so it's usually going to be a little bit firmer. There you go.
And how do you disengage it?
Just press your foot on the brake.
Now, it's like these doors back here, are they like childproof already, or?
Yeah, so in order to unlock these, you still have to tap to unlock it. So there's no way for them to like be able to open it from the back while you're driving. Yeah. You know, most of the time, you know, like when we're doing these test drives, it's because we actually like the cars, we like the company.
Right.
You know, and of course, you know, if you want the car, it's like, you know, you're gonna probably work hard to get the car. Especially if you drive them every day, it just becomes almost second nature to want to get one.
So what I like about Tesla, they really know how to cheat their customers, right? Or potential customers. Like most dealerships, you try to get like a test drive, even teaching people that like walking in plan on buying that car that day.
Right.
You'll tell them no. Like, it's ridiculous. I understand people that are just like browsing, but like if you're in the market and you turn down a possible customer, you must not want to make money.
We're just getting our far left lane.
That's why I don't understand why dealerships do that.
Yeah, you know, it's just like we try and give you a different experience.
Right.
Even if, you know, we can't get you on that day, we try and see a day that works for you. Because, you know, we give something called kind of like educational drives. So, you know, like, even if you're not in the market, you know, like everyone wants to kind of drive the car, and I understand that, you know, it's because it's a cool car. It's a lot of fun to drive.
Right.
Of course, you know, if you get stuck in a performance one, that 0 to 60 is unbeatable.
Right.
So it's like, you know, like we try and accommodate for everybody. Of course, if we had more vehicles, everyone would be able to do a test drive, but since we have kind of like a limited stock of cars, you know, we do what we can.
Now, would you normally be allowed to test drive the performance model, or?
So it's usually whatever we have on hand. It's not like we reserve it or anything like that. So it just depends. Since we don't have a Model X Performance right now, we just only have the 100D.
Oh, would we be able to test drive that one too, or?
Yeah. So if we had it in, then yes.
Oh, okay. But you only have like the regular 100.
Well, they have the P100D in the showroom. That's just the demo.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So what we'll do here, since this is kind of like stop and go traffic, you can engage autopilot. This is kind of where autopilot performs the best. Mind you, right now, so those are your headlights, yeah.
Wow. Wrong one.
So the only thing you want to be mindful of is stop signs and stop lights, because autopilot can't read those just yet. It's going to be probably under the full self-driving package. So for the most part, just making sure you pay attention to those. But for the most part, you can kind of, you know, gauge it as you see fit.
Oh, somebody's going to jail.
Both of them. It looks like. It doesn't look like a fun Sunday for them.
So stay home, watch football.
You are in adaptive cruise control.
Okay.
So this is going to just fluctuate the speed based off of the cars that are in front of you.
I can feel it.
Still very helpful. So what we'll do here, we do have a U-turn. It's going to be coming up here on our left.
Okay.
So we'll take that U-turn.
Right behind that truck up there.
Right, exactly.
I've read these cars are heavy. They don't feel. This car doesn't feel that heavy.
Right, exactly.
How much is this weigh?
Several hundred thousand. Well, several thousand pounds. So like the battery alone is like around, I believe, 3 or 4.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel that heavy.
Right. That's
probably because of the all-wheel drive that helps also.
Yeah, and the the battery pack's on the floor of the car. You'll notice the car is actually very flat. Especially back there. There's no like drive shaft. Right. Exactly. You know, the floor, think of it kind of like the skateboard. So in the middle is, going to be the middle of the battery.
Right.
And then, of course, the motor is in the front axle and the rear axle of the car. So we'll take this first right. Yeah, the car is, definitely evenly distributed. So when you're, going around really tight corners or anything like that, you're going to get very little rollover.
Oh, yeah, I did notice that earlier.
There's no body roll.
Compared to SUVs that are like lighter than this.
Right, exactly. What we'll do, we'll just park up here, like right in this little bump right here. Awesome. And one thing that I really like about this car is that when you have all the doors open, which is a pretty typical situation. So you're getting everyone out the car, front doors are open, getting things out the garage, out the back. If you press 3 times on the key fob, everything closes in unison. And it just looks really nice. So.
No, I was talking to you yesterday, like if you're in a tight parking space, you try to open the back doors, will it sense the car next to it?
Yeah. So
if it's too close, it won't open all the way?
I'll use this one as an example. So one thing that we do give you is an app. So on the app, if I pull up this test driving unit here, so I'll wait for it to connect. I can hit unlock. You see the lights turn on. Yeah, exactly. So the app is going to be, let's say you had multiple Teslas, which is good for you, if you have
the money.
Yeah, if you have multiple Teslas, that's awesome. So you can add multiple cars. So if you're driving several different cars, you just walk into the car kind of knows that you're approaching the car. Of course, you can, do as you see fit.
Now, can anybody just connect to your Tesla app?
Yeah, so family, friends, stuff like that, if you want them to have that passcode.
I'm sure it has a security.
Oh, it's a passcode?
Yeah, so you can't just log, you just can't download the app and then connect.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You still need login credentials. Sometimes you need fingerprint scanner. So if you wanted to do the keyless entry feature, so you can drive without the key fob. So if you forgot the key fob or something like that, you can still drive without it. you still sometimes either you have to enter a password or you have to do a fingerprint authentication.
I'm sure it has like a security.
Oh, it's a passcode?
Yeah, so you can't just like log, you just can't download the app and then like get
Right.
Somebody's
Yeah, exactly. You still need login credentials. Sometimes you need like fingerprint scanner. So if you want to do the keyless entry feature, so you can drive without the key fob. So if you like forgot the key fob or something like that, you can still drive without it. You still sometimes either you have to enter a password or you have to do a fingerprint authentication for like an iPhone, for example. But if you don't have that, then you still can't drive. But I hope you enjoyed your test drive today. Yeah, anytime.
Anybody that like looking in the market try to buy a Tesla?
Yeah, so I have a card I can give you. It's inside.
What's your location? Tesla of what?
This is Tesla Charlotte.
Tesla Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is probably like the best service I got from a dealership. So whenever I'm in the market for a Tesla, hopefully in the near future, this is the one I'm coming to.
Gotcha. Well, I'm glad you came by. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime.
All I'm gonna say is, damn. Listen here. That right there was an experience. If y'all ever get a chance to drive a Tesla, I'm telling you, drive one. The crazy part is, pictures don't really do it justice because at first I really liked the Model S, the sedan. But when I sat in there yesterday, because we were at the dealership yesterday, that is actually a lot smaller on the inside. Like I had less legroom than I do in this car. So it was kind of cramped in there, and like the visibility out the back window was kind of terrible, almost like a sports car, like a Corvette or something. But with the Model X, the SUV, it's kind of like controversial with like how the back looked, but you gotta see it in person. It actually looks pretty damn cool in person. And when you see those fucking doors go up, man. But yeah, that was an experience. I really want one. I thought we were gonna drive the P100D, but we just drove the 100D. But that shit still got some fucking acceleration. They had a P100D in the showroom, but that was just a demo, so they wouldn't let us drive it, obviously. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Big shout out to Tesla of North Carolina. Shout out to them for taking care of us, and also shout out to Montel, the guy that drove with us. Here go his business card. So if you guys are ever in the market for Tesla, go ahead, hit them up. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm gonna pop the number up on the screen anyway. But yeah, that was a cool ass ride. But yeah, so right now we're getting gas, then we're getting a little hangry, so we're about to get something to eat, then we're gonna head up back to boring old fucking PA. And I'm still mad as fuck that right now as I speak, Street Speed and fucking Tall Guy Car Reviews are collabing. But it is what it is. I got to drive one of my dream cars because I actually do want to own a Tesla. That's like one of my dream cars, in case y'all didn't know that. But yeah, nothing else for me to say. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, big shout out to Tesla of North Carolina. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tell a friend and tell a friend. And I'll catch you on the next one.